Alright, we're about to enter into the Shark Tank, basically, right? And I'm gonna try to sell our Excretory system.
Entry scrubs, yeah.
Entry scrubs, alright, let's do it.
What could these fools possibly be selling? Alright, let me just get my notes out real quick. Okay. What is your product?
Well, first of all, it's not just a product, right? I'm telling you what it is, right? It's important and everyone needs it. It's the Excretory system, the most important system there is, right? And I'm telling you right now, it's a freaking bomb.
So how much does your product cost?
Well, it's actually priceless, right? I'm just here to tell you that it's amazing, it's better, and it's above all the other systems, right? The Excretory system is the best.
What's included in your system?
Well, our system is actually made up of multiple kinds of organs.
What's an organ?
Let me get my notes. So, an organ is a collection of tissues that carry out a specialized function of the body.
What are the major organs in your system?
Well, there's actually three. The first one is the lungs.
What's a lung?
Well, the lungs are a pair of organs located inside of the rib cage.
Could you name another one?
The kidneys would be another one.
Okay. Can you explain that to me?
The kidneys are a pair of bean-shaped, reddish-brown organs that are located in the back.
Could you give me one more?
The last one would probably be the skin.
And the skin is the biggest organ in the body, and it's everywhere, like right here.
What are the main functions of your system?
Alright, so the main function of the kidneys is to filter extra water and waste out of blood and urine, and to control air and blood pressure.
Alright, interesting.
And the main function of the lungs is to excrete carbon dioxide and water vapor and exhale the air and to help inhale air. And the main function of the skin is to protect the skin, regulate, and help the sensation.
Personally, I feel like peeing is probably the coolest and probably my favorite part of the Excretory system.
Really?
Not lying, yeah.
Alright, tell me more.
I'd love to. So it all starts off in the kidneys, where, like I said, all the excess waste is filtered through there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it all builds up into a substance called urine, which you know, I know you know.
Yeah.
And so that urine is carried from the kidney through these little tubes called ureters.
Alright.
That carry, and so this carries the urine down to the urinary bladder, and so that holds the little hollow, it's like a little hollow sac that holds all the urine when it comes from the ureters. And so from the urinary bladder, it gets carried through some more tubes, and then it finally gets just taken out by a big opening called the urethra.
Alright.
And so that's basically, that's being.
That sounds too good to be true. Are there any flaws with your system?
As usual, anything that is true has a little bit of flaws. The Excretory system only has a few, but I will tell you 5 of which that are included. The first one being urinary tract infection, also known as UTI. This infection is 90% of the time caused by a bacteria known as E. coli. This bacteria can move from the anus to the opening of the urethra, causing this disease. The next disease would be Bright's disease, which is caused by basically just an overconsumption of food. The next disease would probably be chronic kidney disease, which is when the kidneys are damaged by hazardous chemicals, which can then cause uremia, which is usually over time developed by chronic kidney disease, which after that can then lead to kidney failure, which is basically the complete shutdown of your kidneys.
How do you prevent this?
Well, it's pretty easy. Just to prevent each disease, you can just do this by keeping your blood sugar and blood pressure levels low, staying hydrated, and eating healthy.
So this is my final question, guys.
Mm-hmm.
What would happen if you didn't have this system?
Well, if you have an Excretory system, then the body would just have no place to get rid of the waste and from the bodily functions, and your body would just basically shut down after building up all the waste.
No, it wouldn't basically just shut down. It would shut down. You would die if there's no excretory system. See, that's why this is most important. You would die if you didn't have this system.
Alright guys, this is one of the best systems I've ever seen on this TV show. You guys are persuasive, creative. Honestly, it's really good.
So you're sold?
I think I'm sold.
So it's the best system?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
But I really gotta go to the bathroom, man. I was the entire time.
What a man. That's the excretory system in full effect.